So venture capitalism, like just in case anybody like doesn't know, it's big money. Like we're talking about big funds who are buying into startup companies or just different companies. They're investing privately, right? So it's not on the stock market at all. Like we're talking about investing in the private companies and trying to help them grow. So that type of stuff, like Shark Tank, Dragon's Den, yeah. Like I'm guessing you guys are aware of that for sure. So that type of stuff, you need a lot of money. Like I personally wouldn't even focus on venture capitalism as an even idea until you sold your first startup.
Right.
That's what those people, like everybody in venture capitalism have sold a startup. Go talk to them. Or they just made a bunch of money in Bitcoin or something. There's a lot of those who have just popped up recently. But literally go look in venture capitalism, like the people who do it, they're not just like born venture cap. It's not like something that you just kind of get into. Like maybe you can be an intern in a venture capital firm if that's what you want to do one day and you like kind of that private, but that's kind of private equity, like that's private equity. So you can do that in a lot of different ways. And if venture capital is like the route you want to do, like go into an internship, but until you have until you have millions and millions of dollars to start making big plays, you're not really gonna have a big venture capital firm. Like, but of course, it's investing privately. Like, invest privately if you want. You can have your own, like, in your own right, you know? In your own right, you can do your own little thing. Yeah.
How is the market, I know we touched on the cryptocurrency. How is the market now?
Market is now. Like, for cryptos?
Yes, like, how is it now?
It's interesting, actually. I've been actually looking at it a lot recently. Still very volatile. So, if you're like a day trader, like a swing trader, like there's a lot of volatility. So you can make money consistently. Like what's cool is this weekend, like a lot of the cryptos have fallen just this weekend. So Saturday and Sunday, big drop. Do I think that over the long term, these cryptos that we talk about are going to be the big game changer? I don't really care, to be honest. I don't put much thought into it, like at all. And I'll tell you why. Like, it's not my job. My job's to adjust as things come. Today, it doesn't seem clear enough for me to say that. Do I think blockchain as a concept, blockchain as a technology is super lit? Of course I do. Like, of course I do. But what's stopping, like, any of these big banks, why can't they just make their own little coin that they can make a better Bitcoin? I think so, personally. So if they want to use that alternative, they can set that up in their own way, and they're the ones who have all the customers right now. So unless we make Beth and Gertrude, the 65-year-old or 75-year-old women who are like many, like, sorry, yeah, like, but men as well, like, who don't really know what the fuck's going on with this crypto shit, just because, like, I don't know, they're older, they're technologically inept, they're not gonna be interested in doing that.
What is the whole scheme with crypto? Because you're not buying into a company. It's not a stock. It doesn't go up in value. Is the value of crypto just what? It's like, all right, if I buy that for like 5K, if I buy that for 5K, the coin is worth 5K just because I bought it for that. Like, how does it set up? Like, who sets up the rates for the crypto? That's what I really want to know.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a good question. So the market does. It's supply and demand. Another question would be like, how is that supply and demand like operated?
Yeah.
I guess you could say that the big players kind of control that. Like a lot of people say that like the markets are manipulated. A lot of people have different theories of how the market operates.
What's your theory?
That's a good question. I think, as I said, I touched upon it earlier a little bit, and I think it really has to do with how people
hype it up. Because because supply and demand. So if no one's buying it, it goes.
Yeah. So I think most prices on the short term, mostly random. There's been studies that have kind of proven that. So short-term trading or scalping, like you're gonna lose over time. It's not really like a choice. It's like you don't have the computational power to fight the people who are doing this properly. Like you don't, not as a retail trader at home. You do not. So do not try to do something like that. Like the odds that you're successful in that are just so low, like just so low. So I would say, like, okay, going back to your question, like how are crypto prices like figured out? As like, I guess supply and demand, and then the question, we go back to like who depicts supply and demand. Crypto markets, like I think, like, technically, from what I understand, like, this is something that, like, you know, I almost want to fact check on, but, like, from what I understand, the market is a very, like, it's a premature market. It's a very early market still. It's not like it's been around for 100,000 years or like
it's early market.
100,000. Well, yeah, it's not like it hasn't been around for 100 years, right? It's only been around for a little bit. What that means is like there's a chance that there's still a lot of inefficiencies in the way the market operates. So you can do things like arbitrage like very well. Like you could buy from one exchange at one price and then be able to buy or sell instantly at a higher price on a different exchange, right? So that's like you can't do that really in stocks anymore.
No.
Like, and if you do, you'd be doing like, what you'd be doing is something like this. Like arbitrage would be like, all right, let's say gold is going up. One of your gold stocks hasn't actually priced in the fact that gold has gone up yet. So you buy gold quick and then before it adjusts. But the thing is that these days, those things adjust so fast because there's so many people trying to get a piece of the money, right? Like there's so many people trying to get a piece of money. So it's like, you're not gonna fight in those like little milliseconds. Like they have, like, do you have, like I'm 6'4", like they have computer rooms of like just blocks of servers my size across the entire room just to take little pieces out of the market, just like that. What are you gonna do? You're gonna beat that shit with your hand?
No, I can't.
Good luck. Like have fun. Like literally have fun. You're gonna lose all your money. You're gonna hate on trading. And statistically, it shows that in 3 years, traders quit. That's what it is.
So is the stock market even worth it?
That's a great.
Yeah,
so
man.
funny.
Is this shit even worth it, bro?
Honestly, the point that I'm making, I so see why it's like I'm so negative in a way that it's like, for the average person who's not gonna take it serious. I'll go back to this because I think this is the best way to point it out. It's like this. So, if I were to break my leg and my knee were to go sideways like this, okay? Am I gonna go on Google, do a few Google searches, figure out what to do with my leg,
No, don't
so
tell
I
me.
can fix? Go to the doctor, right?
Right.
Yeah. What has the doctor done to become a doctor?
Went to school.
Went to school for how long?
8 years.
8 years minimum,
years.
right? Yo, what? And then wouldn't I maybe? All right, I'm somebody who wants to take extra good care of myself. I want to go see a good doctor. So he's probably even extra lit. So he's probably went through even more.
12
like,
years.
you know,
Give
12
him
years. 12 years.
years.
All right, there you go. Master doctor. He's specialized in exactly this knee problem, and I'm gonna go see him. Am I gonna even know somewhat what he's gonna know in 1 year studying about my knee? No. Am I gonna sit there in pain for a year? You know, with my leg broken.
Yeah.
Still, like I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna figure this out one day.
So would you say take a few years and study the whole game before you just jump into it? Because people just think money is just gonna, you know how people think, you know.
Of course. So yeah, exactly. My point is not to say like
Going in with a game plan.
exactly. It's you got to be very aware that this is a game that people are dedicating their whole lives into, and the moment that you put your money in this game, it's like if you, like, I don't know what sport you like to play. I don't know, soccer, like, I don't know,
Call it basketball.
Basketball. All right. It's literally like this. It's like, imagine the moment you put your dollar in the game, you just get subbed in onto your NBA. Like, you got subbed in starting line NBA. So now you're playing with the best.
You're playing with the best, and
You're playing
you're
instantly.
getting washed out.
Instantly.
Yeah,
Like, you don't even get to, you know what I mean? You don't even get to, you're not even looking around. It's like literally you pull up the first time you pick up a basketball, and then you're like, you look in, and they sub you in. As soon as you dribble the ball, they sub you in. And then what are you doing?
You're with too many sharks, man.
You have no chance.